Hello there. I hope you've managed to have a good weekend, although I'm sure many of us into this afternoon and evening have headed towards more indoor activities as we've started to see a weather front spreading northeastwards towards Scotland, all courtesy of this area of low pressure. So quite a soggy end to the day as that rain has moved in, quite heavy in places for a time as well. It is moving northeastwards, so it will eventually arrive across the Northern Isles as we head later on into the night, and some clearer skies will emerge for a time across the mainland areas, but we do have further showers arriving into the southwest a little later on as well. Amongst all of this, it won't be too chilly overnight, most of us managing to stay on the positive side of the temperature scale. There could be some very sheltered glens and valleys across parts of northeastern regions where we get a little bit closer towards freezing, but any frost will be very patchy indeed. These showers moving in from the southwest first thing tomorrow could be quite heavy and squally for a time, maybe even bringing some hail and thunder, so do watch out for those as you're travelling to work. But they will then tend to break up and peter out a little bit into the afternoon, and it's quite a mixed picture overall to start off the week. Some bright and sunny spells emerging at times, but do keep the umbrella on hand in case those showers emerge at points. A breeze will hold off a little bit, but for many of us we'll still see temperatures around 8 to 10 degrees Celsius if you catch some of those sunnier breaks. The cloud will tend to build as we head into Monday evening from the south, and that is all ahead of another low pressure system that is going to be arriving across the UK later on into the night. This one has the potential to provide some more significant disruption with those isobars really tightening together, so we could well see gales locally severe around western coastal regions. This accompanied, as you'll see first thing on Tuesday, with some very heavy pulses of rain. Even though it turns drier into the afternoon amongst some showers, the strongest of the winds could well affect parts of the Outer Hebrides as we head into the late afternoon and evening period. So don't be fooled by conditions turning drier later on in the day. It is still going to be very windy for many of us. Again, those severe gales perhaps touching storm force around some very exposed coastal regions in the northwest. So it is worth staying up to date with the forecast for Tuesday. Some disruption is well possible throughout the day. And amongst all of this, though, those winds are coming in from a southwesterly direction, and so they're filtering in some quite notably mild conditions for the time of year. We expect temperatures in December to be around 6 to 7 degrees Celsius, but look at that. Pretty much all of us will be up in double-digit marks, perhaps reaching 14, maybe even very locally 15 degrees Celsius. But again, underneath the cloud, the rain, and with those strong winds around, it may not necessarily feel that mild when you do step outside. As I mentioned, do stay up to date with the forecast, and there'll be plenty more updated details on our YouTube channel as well as across all our social media sites, so do subscribe to those. Bye-bye.